People often say that life is a path, which is true. There are good times and bad times for everyone, even the strongest people. Every choice you make is a test, and every step you take in life is your chance. You go in a certain way with every choice you make. Because of this, it's very important to learn how to study human life, to look at other people and the choices they've made that have led them to this point in their lives. Learn from both the wise guys and the people who haven't been around long. A wise man is the subject of a story. One day, some people came up to the sage and sat down next to him under a tree. They had a simple question for the wise man. "How did you learn to be so smart?" The wise man turned to them, looked at them for a moment, and then spoke. "Since fools teach me something, I watch how they make decisions and don't do the same things that get them into trouble." Your life is the same way. Take notes on everything you see and hear in your life. You can cut 10, 20, or even 30 years off your learning curve this way, putting you ahead of the other 99%. Don't forget that life is full of lessons. As a person, it's your job to keep learning throughout your life. There comes a time when you think you know everything and have learned everything there is to know. So what are some lessons and rules that guys should always remember? Lesson number 1. Happiness is a choice. Being happy is something you have to choose for yourself. You should be able to control your emotions and not let the search for physical pleasure take over your thinking. A lot of your happiness comes from inside. Satisfying basic needs, even sexual ones, isn't the only way to be truly happy. It's a common mistake in relationships to think that other people can make you happy. Sometimes you'll be let down in a relationship if you expect your partner to bring you all of your happiness. Making yourself happy is your job. This is true for all parts of life, not just partnerships. One person might enjoy the rain on a wet day, while another person might blame the weather. It's all about how you think. Remember that you have to choose to be happy every day. Cutting yourself off from social media is one way to develop this attitude. Even though it's supposed to bring people together, social media often makes things worse. In fact, it often has the opposite effect, making users more jealous and unhappy. Second lesson is, everything is temporary. The good and bad times, all of them are temporary. When things are going well, enjoy them and be thankful. When problems come up, keep your cool and deal with them straight on. Remember that even the best days will end. So if your feelings start to get the best of you, stay strong and keep your cool. Next lesson. Life isn't fair for everyone, and not just you. Let's be honest. We get different sets of cards in life. Some start out with benefits and some don't. You can gripe and be angry about your situation, but in the end, you are the one who has to make your best life happen. You're often avoiding the things that will lead to the life you want. Like the old saying goes, if you want to be happy, start with being uncomfortable. Don't wait, do something. Stop complaining and start doing. These are the most important things you can do to be strong and smart. Next, start taking chances. Living can be risky enough without taking any risks at all. Around you, you'll see that a lot of great people worked hard to get where they are. There is usually some risk involved with things that are worth doing. Let's say you're interested in someone you find beautiful. You need to initiate a dialogue if you wish to win their approval. Now that might sound scary, especially for guys who freeze up when the chance comes up. But most good things come with some risk, like dating or quitting your job for a better one. Friends, the choice is yours. Take the chance and really live. Next is, being present has power. I think a lot of people tend to think too much about the past or the future, but living in these places can be very bad for you. It's okay to think about the future, but it shouldn't get in the way of the moment. It's important to think about the future to get moving, but don't get stuck there. As you work hard in the present to achieve the living you want, let your thoughts about the future gently guide you. Living in the past is the same way. It won't bring back the good old days to think about them. The most important thing is to live in the present. Remember that having a reason for living is what makes each day worth living. If you don't have it, you might lose your mind and get lost between the past and the future. Next important lesson is mistake of thinking too much. As we age, we tend to think about things too much. Small things that other people do can make our thoughts and feelings go crazy. Maybe someone didn't say goodbye to you at work, and now you're sure they hate you. These thoughts can hurt you even if the other person didn't mean to. I'm going to stop giving you these thoughts, and most importantly, don't make up stories in your head. If you're overthinking, you need to do something. So, when you feel like you're falling into that pit of thoughts, take action to get out of it. Lesson number 7. Do what you love and make smart decisions about your career. Work is an important part of your life. Think of someone who really enjoys programming. They weren't going to switch to civil engineering out of the blue. Even if they were forced to make the change, it would probably not be worth it. Your time is valuable, so use it to learn skills that will help you move up in your job. A lot of people waste half their lives following jobs or skills that other people, like their parents or friends, tell them to do, instead of following their own interests. If you're not happy with the field you've chosen, you won't be happy in your job, and this will show up in other parts of your life as well. This is what it means to put money into yourself. It should also work in your daily life. Do only things that are in line with your goal and purpose. Your mind is both your best friend and worst enemy. The most important lesson in life is about how you think. You are in charge of how your life turns out. You can't put the blame on other people for your mistakes. Your thoughts almost always decide whether you win or fail. Train your mind to back you up the most. It stays with you forever. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you should feel good about yourself, like your mind sees you as a role model. This is a trait that all great people share. Lesson number 9. Accept what you cannot change. As Marcus Aurelius stated, accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Do not waste energy raging against forces outside your control. Direct your power where it can make a difference. Master your emotions. Seneca once said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Do not let others provoke you or pull you into negativity. Your responses reveal your mastery of self." Last lesson, persevere in adversity. As Epictetus expressed, the greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Hardship is part of every journey. Let it strengthen, not break you. Each challenge presents an opportunity to grow. The path rises and falls, but your inner light illuminates the way. Tend your thoughts, act with purpose, persevere with poise. This winding road, with all its twists and turns, leads to your highest self. Have faith in the journey. Don't forget that life is a gift that should be enjoyed every day. Always be learning new things, and use these important lessons early in life. It's not likely that you'll regret it. When you understand how powerful your thoughts are, you can use them to change your life in the way you want. Take on obstacles as chances to change the way you think, so that it helps you move forward. Watch out for doubt and negative self-talk, because they can get in the way of your growth. Develop a dialogue that is positive and focused on growth. This will serve as a steady guide for your goals. Keep in mind that your mind can be both a loyal friend and a dangerous enemy. In the end, how you see it determines which part it plays. Continuously improve your self-awareness, because learning how your mind works is a journey that never really ends. Like a farmer takes care of their plants, your thoughts do the same. They weed out negativity and doubt, and plant seeds of belief and strength in their place. The ideas you choose to feed and grow can change the landscape of your mind. Remember to like this video, subscribe, and check back for more. Until next time.